So dear students, today this class we are going to discuss effect of metal ions on enzyme activity. Effect of metal ions on enzyme activity. Like pH and temperature, metal ions also affect the enzyme activity. Various metal ions, which may be divalent metal ions or monovalent metal ions, they influence very much. They influence both positively and negatively over the enzyme activity. Okay, many of the metal ions, it may be divalent metal ions, it may be many of the metal ions which may be the divalent metal ion or monovalent metal ions affects the enzyme. How does it affect? It will affect either positively or negatively. Positively means so it will enhances the enzyme activity. Okay, some of the metal ions, some of the metal ions, they will enhances the enzyme activity. They will enhance the enzyme activity, or they will speeds up the enzyme activity. Okay, so some of the metal ions, they will enhances the activity, enhances the enzyme activity or speed of the enzyme activity, and they are known as activators. Okay, activator is a general term where the activators are nothing but the compounds which enhances or speed up the enzyme activity are known as the activators. Okay, some of the metal ions, they act as activators. Activators means they will enhances their presence enhances the enzyme activity. Okay, on the other hand, some of the metal ions, they will inhibit the enzyme activity, or they retards the enzyme activity, or they will stops the enzyme activity. Okay, some of the metal ions act as activators. Some of the metal ions, they will enhance or speed up the enzyme activity, and those metal ions are known as activators. Okay, and some of the metal ions, they will inhibit enzyme activity, or they will retards or stops the enzyme activity, and they are known as inhibitors. Okay, so that's why the metal ions may be activators or they may be inhibitors. That means metal ions are very important to the enzyme activity. Some of the metal ions, when they are present, they will enhances the enzyme activity, and they are known as the metal activators. Whereas some of the metal ions, when they are present, they will inhibit or stop or retards the enzyme activity. They are known as the inhibitors. Enzyme inhibitors. Metal ions. So metal ions can act as activator, or it can also act as inhibitor. Okay, this is the first effect of metal ion. And second effect is, so here, like in these cases, it is metal ion is a separate molecule. But in some of the cases, the metal ions will be integral part of the enzyme. Like metallozymes. Okay. Some of the metal ions, they will be acting as they are present within the enzyme itself. They are present within the enzyme itself, and you can't remove that metal ion from the enzyme. If you remove the enzyme is no more active. Okay. So metal, in the first case, the metal ion can act as activator or it has act as inhibitor. Okay, so activator, here it will be acting as a cofactor. There is a separate chapter cofactor. That time I will tell you what is meant by cofactor. And some of the metal ion act as inhibitor. Inhibitor means it will stop the enzyme activity. Okay, metal ion can be an activator or metal ion can be a inhibitor. In both the cases, it will be a separate molecule. Okay, in the second effect, what happens is some of the metal ions, they will be present as integral part of the enzyme. For example, metallosine. There, if you remove the metal ion, it will completely denature or destroy the enzyme activity. So, metal ions are integral part of the enzyme in metallosines. Okay, metal ions, they will be acting as an integral part of the enzyme, like in case of the metallosines. Okay, examples of metallosine include the ferric dismutase. Okay, so these are the oxidoreductases. Some of the oxidoreductases, they will be acting as metallosines. Okay, so the metal ions which influences the enzyme activity may be the activators, maybe iron, calcium, magnesium or sodium. And some of the metal ions, they will be acting as inhibitors like tungsten, okay, like silver, gold, mercury, okay, and then lead. So many of the compounds, many of the metal ions, they will act as inhibitors, and many of the metal ions, they will be acting as activators. This is regarding the effect of metal ions on enzyme activity.